Back in June of 2025, so just about 7 or 8 months ago, I joined a coaching program that is managed by Omar El Takori. It's called his Content to Cash Challenge and then Content Mastery Inner Circle. It is a phenomenal program. It has challenged me, it has stretched me, it has pulled me in so many different ways. It's been a great experience for my growth and growth potential. One of the people in that program shared this story of how she was able to make back the investment that she made to be in the program. All right. So really dope scenario. But what essentially it was, she had been in the program for maybe a month. She ferociously just inhaled all of the content that was available in the community around doing the challenge, making the play, and having that kind of impact, and scheduled out, designed her own scenario, did her own thing, and was able to sell some high ticket offers, and not only made back the money, but dwarfed the amount of investment that she made to be in the program. One of the things that, the difference maker, the reason why that thing worked out is because she didn't just get in the program and poke around. She didn't get in the program and, observe. She got in the program. She was super vocal. She got in the program. She asked a lot of questions, posted things. She consumed the content that was made available in the community. She got in the program and she made her voice known, made her presence felt, and she began to try the things that our coach was teaching. My story is fairly similar, but I wanted to use her as an example. Let me shift gears to another challenge that I went through recently that I talked about with Graham Cochran. It's called the 10K Offer Challenge. And in that challenge, it's a 5-day challenge, Monday through Friday. We created our offer on day 3. And on day 4, his challenge to us before we came back on day 5 was to make the offer to someone. And there were at least 4 people who came on day 5 who had made that offer to someone, and they accepted that offer. There are people who have been in both programs for years. People who have re-upped multiple times have not made back their investment, even though, yes, they're learning, they're expanding their concept of what's possible. They're stretching themselves in ways that they maybe not have thought possible earlier. But this is the critical piece. And that's the title of the live today. The number one trait of 7-figure brand owners is speed. The number one trait of 7-figure brand owners is not just speed, but the speed with which they take action on actionable information. Actionable information. And the challenge for many isn't so much that they don't have the information. The process between when they get the information and when they go to try the information is too long, and they don't have any accountability. In fact, psychologically, we will talk ourselves out of doing something if we give ourselves enough time. 7-figure brand owners, high impact professionals, high income earners recognize that we are not in an information drought. Information is ubiquitous across the board. People can have access to information. What we are seeing without fail is that many are not taking action. The gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't knowledge, it's speed. The gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't knowledge, it's speed. I'll give you one last example. Yesterday, Ecamm Live dropped a feature, a new beta release, which includes a feature that allows me to stream in both wide and vertical at the same time. And I want to say a shout out to all the people watching on Instagram right now, today, in this live stream, because when I heard that they dropped that feature, I downloaded it, reconfigured all my scenes for this live show so that I could go live today with this feature and utilize it to access another audience. I did not wait for the full release. I did not wait for it to be fully tested. I didn't wait for the rest of the week of my live streams to be done. I took action immediately. And Mr. Boss is over on Instagram. Kanik is over on Instagram. JP High Tech is over on Instagram. Dan Roth is on Instagram. DJ 88 Keys, my music minister at my church, is on Instagram. V Wint Jr. is over on Instagram. None of these people would be able to watch today's live if I decided to keep thinking about it. The market moves too fast for slow decision making. The market moves too fast for slow decision making. And being in a community of movers and shakers creates positive peer pressure that forces you to implement what you learn immediately. Being in a community creates a positive peer pressure. I went into my community before coming on live today. When I was setting up these scenes earlier this morning, I had about 20 notifications of people who are in the community who have been responding to different things that they had seen in the community. I went through all those notifications. I responded to all of them. Left, went to work, recorded 4 podcast episodes, came back home, had a lunch date with my wife, and came back in here in time for my 1 o'clock live show. And when I opened back up school, which is the community that I run, I also had 10 plus new notifications. Why? Because in community, you have positive peer pressure that forces you to implement what you learn immediately rather than sitting on it for months. The reason why you are still gathering data, the reason why you're still thinking about it and trying to see if explaining it away, the reason why you're stuck in your thinking process is because it's not because you don't have the knowledge or the information. It's because you don't have an environment that forces you to take action quickly. You're not in a space that propels you and rewards you for taking action quickly. Money, impact, influence, results. They love speed. Being around other high performers forces you to take it to another level. If you're tired of procrastination, you're tired of being stuck on the hamster wheel of I'm setting it up, I'm putting it together, I'm getting ready, I'm preparing my launch, I'm gonna. I had a lady say to me she was planning to launch her live show, and I asked her, from the last time you took the masterclass to this time, it's been about a year, and it sounds like you're saying the same thing. She's like, yeah, I know, I've been dragging my feet a little bit, but I've set a date now, and I'm gonna launch my live show. So what I said to her is, here's the link to join me on screen right now. Here's the link. I gave her the link. She clicked the link and came onto the live stream, and we had a brief conversation. And while she's there on the live stream, I don't know if you've ever been to one of my Coaching Corner live shows, but I have a lot of people in the Zoom room sitting, and I'm pulling them up on stage and talking with them and giving some feedback and different things. She was there. I asked her a couple of questions. She responded to some other people's comments and questions. She was in that live stream for a good 20, 30 minutes. When I finally brought her up to be beside me on camera, and I was like, so when are you going to go do your second live stream? And she's like, but I haven't done my first. I was like, you're live with me right now on YouTube. People, you've been responding to people for the last 15, 20 minutes. You've been engaging with the conversation that has been happening in this Coaching Corner. You've already done your first, so when are you going to go do your second? She's like, well, I had it planned for such and such. I was like, what about today? I could do that. And then I look at the audience. We had about 20, 30 people watching at that point. I was like, if she drops the link to her live that she's going to do this afternoon, would you agree to go and watch that live to support her? Everybody in the chat said yes. If you are tired of setting it up, if you're tired of procrastinating, if you're tired of having excuses as to why you haven't launched it yet, what you really need, more than strategy, hacks, best practices, insights, more information, knowledge, what you really need is accountability. And accountability is going to provide you a space where you can take action quicker. It's going to give you a space where you can take action quicker. That's really all it is. It's going to give you a space where you can take action quicker. On the screen right now is a link, kirkarnugent.com/inner circle. That's come get in community is what I'm saying. Come get in community. Yeah. Get the accountability that you need as the requisite missing ingredient for your success matrix. Come get in community. There's a number of people who were able to get in community as well. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. Okay, let's go to this one. There we go. Yeah. There's a number of people who were able to get in community. This is the page. If you go to kirkarnugent.com/inner circle, this is the page you're going to come to. Build a content engine that runs on clarity, not caffeine, for the service-based expert who is tired of being the best kept secret in their industry. The transformation is simple. We move you from the chaos of guesswork, where you're filming random videos and hoping for the best, to the calm of consistency, where every piece of content serves a strategic purpose and builds your bottom line. There's a little video there that I kind of walk through the framework: steward your story with content, discover purpose, change lives, expand reach, multiply your opportunities. That's the basic gist of it. Join the inner circle today. If you click that, it's going to take you over to the pricing plan and you'll be able to make your decision. You have the content. Do you have the strategy? Listen, I want to take the guesswork out. I want to give you an opportunity to join. That's all we've been doing this week. Yes, there's a masterclass on Sunday. Yes, we'll be going over Ecamm, which is what I'm using right now to stream to both Instagram and YouTube, wide on one, vertical on the other. We're going to be looking at all those pieces. One of the reasons why I had to go live with it today is because I wanted to be able to give you context on Sunday during the masterclass of how we can use this in our strategy for success on platform. But I wanted to showcase a little bit of what we have going on here. There's a number of, this is so crazy how this thing is set up. The two screens is wild. But there is a number of people who have put their faith and trust in me to walk them through this journey called the A-List Digital Footprint. And it's been an amazing and phenomenal experience. But I call them the founders. This is going to be one of the first groups that come through this particular program. I'd love for you to be a part of it, of the graduation that we have coming up on Tuesday. We have Monique Media is with us. What up, girl? We have a graduation coming up on Tuesday where the first 8 people to go through my program are going to graduate, and then we will quickly transition into weekly group coaching. But I am just so excited for you to hear their stories. I'm excited for you to hear what they went through and experience it afresh, hear it from their own mouths. Is going to be amazing. It's always good. Monique and I are in the same coaching group as well. So I'll always looking out for her. I'm excited that you're on with us today. But I would love for you to be able to check this out. Monique, I'm going to post this in Omar's group probably later today because I finally have the video. So I'm going to post this in there. Just want to tell people that, you know what I'm saying, Freedom Award on deck. And I got this graduation coming up. Would love for people for those who want to, who can, I would love for you to be able to check it out. But I want to recap for those that maybe came in a little later. Just going to throw that thing down to the side, and you can choose whether or not you want to come Tuesday, January 27th, 7 p.m. Central Time. The difference maker isn't some secret thing that people have that you don't have that you think is holding you back. No, the number one trait of 7-figure brand owners is speed. The speed with which they take action on actionable information. Not take action on idiocy, but take action on information that has been tried, tested, proven by others, and they're having the results that you want to have. I sat in that challenge with Graham Cochran for 6 days. 5 days is what we paid for. He gave us a 6th just as a bonus and preached to us about Moses. It was phenomenal. I sat in that thing, and it just dawned on me on day 6 that there are those who have already taken action on the information that has been shared, and they're netting the benefits. They're reaping the rewards. And it's because we were in an environment. The challenge is nothing but group coaching on steroids. We were in an environment where the peer pressure alone necessitated, like, I'm not going to be the only one that doesn't put together the offer. I'm not going to be the only one that doesn't do the work. I'm not going to be sitting here with everybody hearing this information, and then some are going to launch out and do the thing, and I'm not. You sometimes just need an environment where you can get access to accountability. And that's what I hope to provide for others. It's a space that I want to provide for others, not necessarily because I'm thinking you need to go and make your offer. This group that I've created is for the high impact professional who knows they know their stuff. That is unequivocal. They know their stuff. They just haven't taken the time or made the investment to put all the pieces together so that they have an A-list digital footprint, so that they have a brand that people can plug into, so that they have an ecosystem that onboards people in an efficient and effective way, so that they don't lose out on opportunities that are literally looking for them, but they can't find them. That's what the program is all about. And I want to make this last appeal. Even if you never join anything that I do, I'm saying to you, the missing ingredient is community. Your missing ingredient, it's the way we were designed by the divine creator to be in and experience life with others. Not good that they should be alone. He wasn't talking about romantically. He was saying they need one another. They need community. The gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't knowledge. It's the speed with which you take action on the information that you have learned. Some of my best videos are videos that I learned the concept in the morning, recorded the video in the afternoon, posted it in the evening, and they performed ridiculously well. Not because I was some guru, but I simply moved faster than my counterparts. Market moves way too fast for slow decision making. Being in community of movers and shakers creates positive peer pressure. There are people commenting in my community right now who have not commented in a very long time. And the reason why they're commenting now is because they're seeing others comment. They're seeing others be active. They're seeing others gaining results, hitting the milestones, 27,000 subscribers, 2.7 million views. They're seeing people make the sale, book the workshop, stand on the stage, get the speaking engagement, have the impact with the content that they've been hoping, praying, dreaming of having. They're seeing it happen for others. And because they're experiencing positive peer pressure, it's forcing them to implement what they learned quicker. It's eliminating the time that they would normally have to talk themselves out of taking action and sitting on what they know for months and moving on it. And I hope that I just want to share that with somebody today. I hope that that's something that you can sink your teeth into, even if you've never entered my program, but I hope that is something that you can do for yourself. Let me grab a couple of comments here before I wrap it up. Dan Roth says, man, this is crazy. Whoa, it's been a long time, sir. You are absolutely correct. I'm going to see if I can get my comments right here on Instagram. Instagram comments. So cool that we have this, right? So cool. All right, we got that thing right. I think we got it right. Let me put that to the middle. Hopefully, I'm going to pull it up a little bit so it stops about right there. All right. So we got Dan Roth says, whoa, it's been a long time. You're absolutely right. Your boy David Hunt says, we live. Thank you, David Hunt, for being with us today. Dr. Vibe Show says, greetings to you as well, man. Dope coaching corner yesterday. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us. It was absolutely phenomenal. David Hunt also just greeting folks, doing his normal moderator thing. Absolutely cool. I love the community aspect of all that we experience here on the channel. We've had upwards of 15 or so people on with us today from the different platforms, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and of course today we're actually streaming to Instagram. And I don't even know if those numbers are counted in the overall numbers, but excited for each and every one of you and for your engagement today. There it is. David Hunt says the number one trait of seven-figure earners is speed. That's it. They just move faster. Come on. Fritz says, I'm trying out the beta right now. Absolutely, I'm trying out the beta right now. What in the world? How would I not try out the beta? Take action quicker. Oh, yeah, it's on. Yeah. Market moves way too fast for you to be sitting around and thinking about it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't strategize, but you will have more information with which to strategize if you've already taken action. You can speak from experience, which is way better context than thinking from, I think it will go from this. I think it might work like this. I hope it might work like this. I'm seeing some Bravo with Sheila Network is with us. Thank you so much for being with us today. Always good. There is Monique. I am Monique Media. There we go. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming through as well. Always super dope to have you with us. Come on, graduation on Tuesday. Let's go. Comment that link is in the comment section, no matter where you're watching. So definitely want to make sure you get a chance to come through. I hear you, bro. Loud and clear. David Hunt says, I hear you, bro. Loud and clear. I love it. I'm hoping that by the time I get to the end of this list, that there are those who may have a question or two. I don't know. We'll see. Vibe Show says, thanks for yesterday. I spoke with 3 people who are interested in joining the community I am looking to start. Thank you for the challenge. And this is why I paused here. I thought I had his comment up on screen. This is why I pause here, because this is such a great example. I gave him that challenge yesterday in the community, and he took that challenge, acted upon it. Now he has better data to make his next steps. It's in the doing the thing that you will gain the requisite information necessary for you to be successful at the thing. It's in the doing. It's in the doing. And sometimes we just got to be honest with ourselves to the fact that we need accountability to make these things work. We need accountability to speed up the time it takes for us to go to implementation. We need accountability for us not to get into our procrastination routine. We need accountability so that we don't get stuck in our heads or talk ourselves out of actually doing the thing. That's the end of our comments. 25 minutes we've been on the live for today, and I think that's a good enough time. I'm going to end it right there. Very, very, very. There's so many different examples that I have seen recently, very recently, where people have made moves quicker and were the beneficiaries of it. I've seen a guy run a play 4 times in the time it took somebody else to run the play once. And in those 4 times, he was able to refine it, tweak it, perfect it. So by the time he was running it his 4th time, he had enough experience and data to really do that thing and blow up. I've seen it too many times, but I've also seen same people, the similar people, they got the same information. They were sitting in the same spaces. But what was the difference maker? The difference maker was that they were able to have a community. It's a difference maker. That's what you pay for. That's the investing piece. And I'm going to be clear, you're not investing in the coach, you're not investing in me, you're not investing in whoever's program you decide to go with, you're investing in you. And because you still are going to be the determining factor. There are people in the coaching program that I'm in that costs more than $20,000 a year that are doing nothing. They're not watching videos. They're not engaging. They don't even come to the weekly call. It's just mind-boggling to me. It's like there's over 100 people in this group that have paid. I would imagine they've paid handsomely to be there. And yet on a weekly call, we don't have over 100 people on it. It literally, it's the same people every single time. And so what I'm saying is, even in community, there's got to be some intentionality in terms of allowing the peer pressure to have an impact, allowing the coach to check you and challenge you and call the greatness out of you. If you don't let the community do what it's supposed to do, then don't even bother to invest. But then they're not only wasting money, you're wasting time. Not just your time, you're wasting everybody else's as well. Maybe you're not as adamant about being successful with this as you said you were. And sometimes we have to face those realities. I see my neighbor just joined. What's going on, Rod? I see 24 Hour Boss switched over from YouTube to Instagram, and I love that. Thank you guys so much. I hope it looks good on both platforms. What I thought was really cool is this scene right here where it shows on, but it shows both, and it shows on both platforms, like on the vertical and the wide. It shows both, but it shows the proper orientation to both of those. It's just absolutely amazing. This feature that Ecamm has come up with, and I'm super excited about it. But I really hope that you guys hear my heart on this thing. Yeah, community has been an absolute game changer for me. This is why I feel God has led me to create a community where I can pour into people who are looking to be successful in this next leg of their journey with content. And if that is you, I would love for you to join. The link is on the screen right here, kirkarnugent.com/inner circle. Would love for you to be able to join. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. He says, "What's up, Kirk?" Oh, man, I knew that was going to happen. Let me go back to the other scene where I already designed it. But yeah, he says, "What's up, Kirk?" Hey, man, it's all good. Appreciate you coming through and hanging out. I don't know if you're home or if you're elsewhere, but yeah, it's so cool to be able to see it on both platforms. To be able to see the wide version and the tall version. at the same time, but streaming to two double. It's so crazy. There's so many other features and functions. This is why the masterclass on this coming Sunday is going to be bananas, because I've got to throw out a lot of the stuff that I was going to plan to share. I'm going to share some other stuff now because I want to make sure that we're on the cutting edge. I don't know when I'm going to next be able to do a masterclass on Ecamm, but I'm excited to be able to share that. And for those that are like, hold up, what masterclass on Ecamm? It's in the community. This is what I've been talking about the whole time. It's in the community. The master classes are in the community. I tried last month to do the master class and sell it to both. It's just way too convoluted. The master class is in the community. That's just where it is. And for those that are interested in being in the master class, you just got to join the community. It's just that simple. You don't have to join at the $99 level. You can join at the $9 level and then just pay for the master class. It's in the community. That's really what it boils down to. And I hope that makes sense. But it's your boy, Kirk Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher. Thankful for your time and attention today. I really hope that you'll take this thing seriously. The speed of implementation, right? There's a gap. That's this accountability benefit is what I would almost want to call it. Speed of implementation, the trait of 7-figure brand owners. What would be another name? If you wait until you're ready, you're too late. Like, there's just so many different ways I want to say this, but I hope that you catch the concept today. One of the missing ingredients could be your missing ingredient. I don't know. Maybe you have community, but maybe the community that you have needs to be expanded a little bit so that you do get the positive peer pressure you need to be able to take the actions. You already have the information. You do. That's unequivocal. That's non-negotiable. Have you made it accessible to the world? Have you made your genius accessible to the world by serving at scale, by stewarding your story well? That's my thing. I just believe God has called me to help people to be a good steward of their story. The version of the Bible he's writing in your life, I believe God has called me to help people to be good stewards of that, because that's how it all works. Steward your story with content. It will invariably help you to discover purpose. It's in your story. Purpose is in your story. Because your story is not haphazard. Your story is one of a kind. It's unique. No two stories are alike. Your story is like your fingerprint. Doesn't matter if you have a twin identical, your stories will be different. Steward your story, because no other story is out there like yours. So you're the only one who can steward your own story. So you steward your story with content. You will invariably discover purpose. It's in there. And that purpose will be confirmed because you'll be changing lives. And as you change lives, you will expand your reach and you will multiply your opportunities. That, my friends, is how it all works. Romans 8:28 says, for we know that in all things God works. You see, that's where how it all works comes from. God works it all together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purposes. And I hope that you, even if you never catch me again, if you never enter the community, I hope that you at least heard something today that causes you to take action, causes you to be a better steward of the story God has given you, causes you to walk in purpose, on purpose, and impact the lives that only your story can reach. Grace and peace.